It's officially fall, and because of that, I'm focusing more on fall decorations. This time, it's a decorative pillowcase. Let's get right into it. The one we are making today is an envelope pillowcase, and I'm using a pre-washed cotton fabric piece for the front. This is 16 by 16 inches in size, and that depends on the pillow form you use. Mine is 15 by 15 inches. Then we'll need 2 fabric pieces for the back measuring 16 by 11 inches. First, let's iron all 3 pieces to get rid of any creases. I know it's 2 different fabrics for the front and the back, but I promised myself that I'm not going to buy more fabric until I'm finished with the ones I already have. Now take one of the back pieces and place the wrong side of the fabric facing up. Then start to fold about a 1/4 inch from the 16-inch side like this. Use the iron to press the fold starting from one end to the other like this. When you are done with that, refold it and use the iron to press as we did earlier. Do the same for the other back piece as well. Lay flat the wrong side facing up, fold 1/4 inch, and then refold. Now we are going to sew along this line closer to the folded margin in both of these back pieces. Make sure you have selected a matching thread for the fabric and start sewing along the line. Do a little back stitch at the beginning and at the ending as well. We are sewing closer to the folded edge, otherwise it might unfold with time. You can also use some pins to hold the folding if you feel like you are not okay with just ironing. Trim the thread at the end. Do the same for the other piece as well. Do a little back stitch at the end and trim the thread. Lay flat the right side of your front piece like this, and if there's any pattern, make sure they are all aligned as well. Now place one of the back pieces on top of it facing the right sides of the fabric together and the folded end directing towards the middle like this. Then place the other piece on top of that. The right sides of the fabrics have to face each other. Keep the 2 back pieces aligned with the front fabric and use pins to hold the layers. This project is really a beginner-friendly one, and all you have to do is sew all the way around. Go to the sewing machine and start to sew, leaving a half an inch seam allowance. Always remember to do a little back stitch at the beginning. When you are reaching the corners, stop the sewing machine and pivot while the needle is holding the fabric layers, and then start sewing again. One more thing, because these folded points can easily loosen the stitches whenever we change the pillow form, you can do a little back stitch if you would like. It's totally optional. Keep your pin cushion nearby and remove the pins as you go. Keep sewing till you reach the starting point and end the sewing with a bit of back stitch as well. Trim all the threads. Carefully cut out 4 triangular shapes at the 4 corners to reduce the bulky fabric parts. You can end the sewing at this point, but for durability, we have to do something about these edges. Otherwise, it's gonna fray with time. You can use these pinking shears to cut the edges, but I'm thinking of doing the zigzag stitch for the edges. You can change your machine settings into zigzag and keep sewing around the pillowcase closer to the edge. Even in this case, remember to backstitch at the beginning and at the ending as well. I'm only doing this because I don't own a serger. But if you have one, you can easily use that to do the edges. Trim the thread and you are all done with sewing. Now flip the right side out. And use something with a blunt end to poke out the corners. It looks all good. We all need our pillowcase to look professional, and a simple ironing can do that for you. Change your iron settings to the fabric you have selected and press all the seams and everything nicely. With that done, our envelope pillowcase is ready to use. Now let's try it out on a pillow form. I told you earlier this pillow form is 1 inch lesser than the measurement we got for our front fabric piece. I think it fits perfectly. I think from now on you can make a pillowcase for any size of a pillow form. You just have to add a 1 inch to the pillow foam to get the size for the front piece. Hope you will like this envelope pillowcase as your fall decoration, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you for watching, and I'll join you in the next one.